Hi everyone! Well, it's certainly been a while since I last made a video of my two personal cars. So this is a video for the WallyJP because he's been itching for me to make a update tour about these cars, and yeah, that'll do. I made a video last week. I didn't really like the way it turned out because I had problems starting my Oldsmobile because the battery is very weak on the car. And just the fact that it was way too windy for me to actually make one, and I didn't like the way the wind noises was going on to the camera. But anyways, so we'll get to the truck last, so we'll walk to the car and see how that is doing. Well, it still looks pretty much the same as how it did in the last update, which I believe was back in March if my mind serves me correctly. It's been a while. Okay, so I'll just walk to the car. So I did actually have a chance to drive it today. It doesn't really get driven anymore since I have the truck for my lawn business now that I'm not teaching until maybe in August, or we're not even sure about that. But it is a 1998, so it is about 16, 17 years old now. I have some issues that I'd like to show you. Well, the first issue, I guess it's really minor, is my tire. The rim, or the mag, is so rusted out is that it'll leak air out if you let it sit for a couple of days, so that has to get fixed. My shocks are going on the car. You can hear how bad it is. So whenever time I hear go on bumps, it will just click and click and click. About a year and a half ago, when I was driving to my client, something happened to my muffler. It kind of pushed in. I must have hit a bump. Even though it is smashed in, I actually like the exhaust tone that it comes from it. It gives a raspy exhaust note. And again, that's things I love about the 3800s. They're bulletproof engines. I do have some rust, unfortunately. Just let me unlock the car. Okay, so that doesn't work. So I have to get my key. There we go. Yeah, rust is starting to go here. There's the frame. Rocker panel has seen better days. It's rotting. It's to be expected. Fuel lines are okay, but you know, they're starting to become rotted. Brake lines, the front lines have been repaired, but the back lines haven't. But the frame has been stiffened, so, and reinforced, so that's a good sign. Here's the interior. Still like it is. It's leather seats, gray. These come from the Oldsmobile flagship sedan, the Aurora, with the short star V8 4.0. Here's the mighty 3800 Series 2 supercharged that puts at about 240 horsepower with 285 pounds-feet of torque. And the only modification that I did to it was add that for Inspector Performance air filter, which really gives the supercharger whine a great sound to it. Okay, so the car has about 153,623 kilometers. That's about 95,477 miles. Alrighty. Let's hope the battery is okay. I did use it, so. There we go. Starts right up, 26 degrees Celsius or 79 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty cool for this time of year, but I do appreciate it. It's a lot easier to work with unless it's 41 degrees Celsius when I'm sweating like a pig. So you can see my 3800 runs smoothly. There's really no vibration, although it does smell a bit of oil. I do suspect that the lower intake manifold gaskets are going, which is typically what happens in your 3800s. With 3100s and 3400s, it's usually the head gaskets are the problem. But it sounds very good. No issues. It does drink a little bit of gas. It is a V6 after all. But it rides good. I'll give you a little exhaust note, how the exhaust sounds like with the muffler like that. I think it sounds pretty cool. And there we go. Awesome. Let's lock the car up. And now I drive it every once in a while, just simply because the battery is kind of weak, especially if you leave the car sitting for about a week and a half. Yeah, it's motor shit batteries. Don't ever buy those Mastercrafts. They're not that great. So, I do want to show you last year. Well, you guys will probably watch my videos, so you'll remember that last year on the 24th of June, which is Saint Jean Baptiste, it's pretty much a holiday in Quebec, I got basically hit on the front left side of my car. So if you guys remember the video, the guy dented the fender, he cracked the fiberglass bumper and cracked the headlight, and then he damaged the little hood here. You could probably see the damage. It was a blue Ram van, and misaligned the hood. Well, this is what happened to my truck. Coincidence, a year later, the same date, I got rear-ended again. This time with my pickup truck. Well, the story was, it was at school doing my last day of teaching, and one of the teachers noticed that my truck was jumping up and down, like something happened. He went to investigate, and he noticed that some damage had been to my truck. It was a blue Dodge van. And basically the guy just didn't even stop to look at my car, and then just took off. So basically it's a hit and run. You know, really kind of upsetting, because I just bought the truck in February, and you know, just to see that, it kind of really makes you sick to your stomach. So you can probably see the damage. It's minor, but you know, it is such a piss off, since I just recently bought the car and I really wanted to enjoy it. Well, this is the bumper, the steel bumper. As you can probably see, there's a huge dent where he hit the truck. He broke my C-clip, which means that I can no longer attach the bumper, the plastic bumper, and over time it is going to be falling off, so I have to go to GM to get a plate for it. That's, well, pretty obvious. Scratch the plastic bumper and scratch the light in 3 places. 1, 2, and 3 right there. Maybe 4. So the truck is going to be getting fixed on September 2nd, a little bit later than usual, so maybe I'll have a rental. But all in all, I love this truck. I bought this truck in February of this year. I paid about $13,000 with tax. It came with brand new winter and summer tires. Currently these are the summer tires. The General Grabber 215/70 R16 with a 6-bolt pattern. I have, I think, discs in the front and drums in the back. Now this is a 2010 model. The color is known as steel green metallic. Even though a lot of people are mistaking it for charcoal. So basically I really love this truck because the bed is just perfect for what I need it for. I have basically a 6-foot bed, so basically I can fit 3 lawnmowers side by side. Alrighty, so this is the truck bed. I have a lot of cardboard so that way I don't really scratch up the bed liner. This is the LT trim, which is the mid-level trim of the trucks. The LS is the base trim, and I believe there's an SS version. So in the 2010 model year, you had like 3 engine choices. You either had, they're all Vortec engines. You had the 2.9 liter 4-cylinder, which I really didn't care about because with a 4-cylinder, this truck is pretty heavy and it's going to take a lot of effort for the engine to move, so that means that it's going to amount to eating up more gas. You have the 3.7 liter inline 5-cylinder, what this truck has, and the ubiquitous, I don't even know how they actually fitted this into the truck, a 5.3 liter V8 that you would see in the Silverados and Avalanches. Really cool. But then again, the V8s is just too expensive in gas and they're super rare. And with the gas prices now in Canada, like around $1.45 a liter, that's about like $5 or $6 per gallon. You have to be practical and whatever works. Okay, so I'll show you the interior. Oh, it's locked. Yeah, this one has manual locks and crank windows. So I did clean the truck previously. I actually had the time to do it. So pretty much black interior with gray cloth seating and black with trim. That's the back of the truck. I always carry steel line so that way I never run out of line when I'm cutting grass, and I have garbage bags for the customers that want me to bag their grass. I don't really like bagging grass because it's just a lot of frig time to, stop the mower, empty the bag, put it back on, start it up again and empty it. It's just, and also it's not environmentally friendly because you're just adding more waste and you're literally just wasting away all the good stuff. I really like those Chevrolet Colorado grills of this year. It does remind you of the 2002 to 2006 Chevy Avalanche and Silverados. It's kind of like a mini Silverado. And of course, there's the driver's side. Sweet. There's that C-clip that they broke. Have to get a new one. So this is pretty much the interior. Got a usable glove compartment. You got your climate controls, your MP3 player, WMA player, which I really like because it shows you the artists of the song as well as the song, so that way I don't have to Shazam it every time with my iPhone. And a pretty decent size side compartment here. Yeah, Chevrolet. So this is a 4-speed automatic mounted on the column. This is a 4L60E, I believe. The Oldsmobile uses the 4T65E HD because it's a heavy duty because it's supercharged. Alright, simple gauge cluster. Really cool. Alright, so this truck hasn't been started in 2 days. Just want to show you the chime that you can do now that I've actually studied the truck. Basically, you can change the volume of it, so you can tell that it's pretty loud. So if you have a similar sound system to this, all you have to do in your GM car Just basically hold your preset 6 button and it's normal, and hold it again for loud. So the truck currently has 64,910. When I originally bought the truck it had 62,137. So it did some driving to it. Awesome. Yeah, just one thing I don't like about it is that it's got a very small brake pedal compared to my Olds. Okay, parking brake is here. Yeah, I want to see that hood. Check out that motor. Same motor that you would find in the Hummer H3. 3.7 liters, pretty much put out 242 horsepower with around 242 pounds-feet of torque. Trying to figure out, there we go. Let me just put that hop rod up. Vortec 3700, inline 5. As you can see, very little to no vibration. That's a sweet sounding truck. So basically the 3.7 liter Vortec motor is the GM Atlas motor. It's equivalent to the 2.9 liter 4-cylinder and the bigger 4.2 liter that's found in the Chevy Trailblazer. Now, to those of you who are wondering why they chose a 5-cylinder over the i6, simply because the 4.2 was really long and they couldn't fit into the engine bay. So they had to dump off one cylinder. But you know, I actually like it. It's actually pretty much fuel efficient, a lot better than my Oldsmobile that takes super gas. It's 91 octane. Here I put 87. I put about like 65 bucks of gas in there. When it was at a quarter, now it's full. Well, it was full, and I put about, I would say, a good 50 kilometers. Most of it highway driving, and it's at 3/4. So it is relatively fuel efficient for a 5-cylinder pickup truck. Okay, so let the engine warm up a little. Okay, it's a little bit warm. So I'll give you some revving and not too much, since the engine is pretty cold. Seems pretty cool. So I'll show you from the muffler. There we go. Pretty nice truck, and it's really going to do well with me in my lawn service. And basically I'll show you the MP3 player, what it can do. And I believe I did show it in my other video, but you'll see it again. Say if I just put it on. Cyndi Lauper. Pretty cool. Alright everyone, so that's pretty much the update I'd like to share with you on my 2010 Chevy Colorado and my 1998 Oldsmobile LSS. So, hope you enjoyed the video everyone, and thanks for watching.